Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Shwetank, the CEO of Cooee. Hello.
Hi, Christian. Pleasure to be here. Thank you for having me.
Very nice to meet you. Please tell us what your company does.
Thank you, Christian. So, Cooee is a low-code AI platform for e-commerce.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past years, what's happened, as you can all imagine, is creating a website or a mobile app has become easier. Trying to run digital marketing campaigns to acquire traffic, bring customers to your website, etc., is becoming more and more accessible, etc.
Yes.
But trying to convert them to a customer is still very difficult because they are spoiled by choices, attention spans is decreasing, and also the most important thing is customer data, scattered around every click we do on the internet. And small and medium scale brands needs to gather the customer data, draw insights from it, and deliver customer engagement that really works. This is very hard task to do.
Yes.
That's where Cooee comes into play. We integrate within minutes on your mobile app, mobile web, or any of the e-commerce plugins such as Shopify, Wix, WooCommerce, WordPress, etc. We
Okay.
gather customer data, take all of that into machine learning pipelines, combine all of it, and create a unique image for every single user at scale.
Wow. Wow.
And that image can then be delivered inside your website, in your mobile app, and eventually an omni-channel stack to go and engage with them one to one and boost your online sales.
Wow. That's impressive. Impressive. So, is that the biggest problem that you solve?
Yes, that's the biggest problem we solve. So our the result of our platform is driving repeat purchases
Mm-hmm.
and increasing your revenue, right? So we're trying to help step by step that even a small percentage of increase in conversion
Yes.
really helps you, right? And as a matter of fact, it's 5 times more expensive to acquire new customer than to try and sell to an existing one.
Didn't know that, but it
And
makes sense.
yeah, and just the other way to look at it, Christian, is 5% increase in retention can overall lead to about 80% increase in revenue.
I understand.
So getting loyalty, getting the repeat purchases, making them really enjoy what you're trying to sell them is a part of digital experience that Cooee offers to brands as a B2B2C platform.
Very, very nice. And what are your top features?
So, the top feature that we have is the one-to-one personalized image creation. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's our unique selling proposition. That's the way we are doing it very different than any other so-called competitor in the market. Let me break that down a little bit to go a little deeper. All traditional advertising and engagement platforms, you look at Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, you look at CleverTap, Airship, etc. They are all template based.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
example, if you're trying to create an email on MailChimp,
Mm-hmm.
MailChimp gives you 50 templates. The header will come here, the text will come here, the image will come here. You can drag and drop, etc.
Yes.
What we've done is we've designed a Canva-like interface, which is a canvas for you to design your own template by yourself from scratch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And when you design this template, even if you're not very good at graphic designing, color schemes, etc., then you can use one of our pre-existing templates from there. But when this template is delivered to customers, the content all of them see is 100% personalized to each one of them,
I understand.
right?
Yeah.
And another very important thing that we built in, so apart from name personalization, product recommendation, price optimization, text personalization, CTA personalization, these are all the things, which is bundled inside the image or the template, we call it. We also have a time personalization feature.
Okay.
So on mobile apps, etc.,
Okay.
we deliver notifications to each individual user based on how they use the app.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because you and I both know is we borderline hate notifications. We kind of really don't like it. It's the first thing you do in the morning when you get up with your smartphone, remove all of them, because over a period of time, most of the brands have made notifications very spammy, right? They are
For me,
impersonal.
for me personally, I muted 90% of the notifications.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you are amongst a large segment of users. And the
Yeah.
major reason is that by mistake, if one of the websites you were ever there and you clicked on a shoe and then all the brands are trying to sell you a shoe, it doesn't work like that anymore. And
Yes.
and this whole digital experience has exponentially grown in the past couple of years. We know e-commerce is going from the perspective that 95% of all the digital purchases will be done via the internet in the next 10 years.
Wow.
So there is a huge growth, but what is going to be a game changer for brands and companies, which is the small and medium sector where we focus, is it's very tough to run your business operationally. You have less number of resources. You can't invest in data scientists and all that because it's
Yes.
time consuming. So how you deliver personalized experience to your customer will help you to be on which side of either on the growth trajectory or something scrambling for business.
Yeah. Super. And you mentioned the integrations. I was curious if you can, if we can go deeper into that. So tell us some more integrations. So you already said
Yeah,
Shopify.
yeah. So we want to go and kind of support all channels available. So natively we support website. We have a web SDK which can integrate in less than like it's just like a JavaScript. It can do
Mm-hmm.
it in like one command and is there within a minute. On the mobile apps, some of our customers have been able to integrate our SDK in less than 2 hours, which is Android, iOS, and then we support native hybrid, all the platforms. We are now tying up with more and more e-commerce platforms as well because that helps. So, like for Shopify, if you add our app, the way we've done this integration, we're very happy, very proud because it helps the customer is you don't need to create an account in Cooee. The
Ah,
Shopify
super.
account is already there. So there is
Yeah.
like an SSO.
Yeah.
As soon as you go in, we also gather customer data from
Mm-hmm.
there so that we can not just get data, we can draw insights for you. So as soon as you go and create an account, you also will understand on Cooee's platform that this is your top selling product. This is the most sold product, etc. And then we also have this integration so that we get all the images of your CMS from there,
Oh, wow. Nice.
right? So it's just like, very less amount of minutes you spend,
Mm-hmm.
and you can run very data driven and one-to-one personalized notification within minutes, which used to take days and weeks earlier with other
Yes.
platforms.
I really like
Yeah.
what you're building. It's very nice. I was curious to know if you're the first one to do this.
So there are multiple people who have the engagement platform, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there is as simple as the Firebase tool, which comes from Google, which is free to use. People can just send notifications via that, and then
Okay.
there are very expensive ones, etc. We have not come across any other company who is using this AI algorithm to create a unique image for every single user and delivering that as notifications. So yeah, maybe the first one who's trying to, see how this works.
Super happy for you. Can you share with us some use cases, some successful use cases?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We at the moment we just launched the platform globally in May, so we are at that stage where we are working with some early customers, stabilizing the platform, optimizing it, etc.
Mm-hmm.
We have about 100 plus customers at the moment globally between our free and paid tiers. And all this was acquired with zero money spent on digital marketing.
How?
All this was organic.
How? From
How
word of mouth?
word of mouth, we are doing some posts and trying to do that community building over LinkedIn,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Quora, and the other channels.
Yes.
We launched on Product Hunt as well, so got some feedback from there. And the very simple, proper use case, Christian, here is as soon as a customer comes to your product, can you go and greet them? Can, can you, whenever they come every time, can you show them something new about your service, a new product or a new feature? Then you can upsell and cross-sell things.
Yes.
Then you can collect feedback. We have abandoned cart feature as well.
Mm-hmm.
We are building an omni-channel orchestration layer here so that tomorrow the image that we create can be sent across an email, can also be sent across a WhatsApp, etc. Right? So at the end, all the touch points digitally on your product, which is right from onboarding to engaging to actually converting, selling, and then feedback, is something that our use cases can be very easily incorporated without a number of operational teams behind.
I understand. When did you start the company?
We started the company in 2020. We are three co-founders. 1 year we took on another job and we were trying to build this in parallel. So then we realized that maybe the speed is not that as much that as we would have liked it to. So excuse me. Then we finally quit this, jumped into this full time, and now
In
we've been
May?
doing this. Yeah, now this we've been doing it about a year or a few months now. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's see.
Super. And how did you come up with the idea?
Um, Krishna, I personally come from the whole digital side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Spent about 15 plus years in enterprise sales,
Wow.
and my previous life used to be working with very, very large enterprise telco customers.
Okay.
We used to create products for them, so they would call us and say, "Hey, let's create this." I'm like, "Okay, I want a very amazing mobile app, and I want amazing product features, and I want brilliant UI UX." So like, fine, okay, let's build that for you. Then they would call us, and then they will say that, "Yeah, my CMO is saying that I want 5 million downloads." Like, fine,
Okay.
let's spend the money, $5
Yes.
CPA to get your download.
Yes.
And then they would call us again in 3 months saying, "You know what? Hey, but nobody's using the app." Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because we never thought of user engagement.
Yes.
If you look at your smartphone today, you have about 80 to 90 apps. You don't necessarily use the best products. The ones that you end up using, they use deep tech for user engagement,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And building that deep tech layer. So then they would say, fine, okay, let's invest in building this layer. Okay, let's spend $500,000, hire 20 data scientists, etc. And then will it work? And that was still a question mark because, Christian, 80 to 90% of AI models don't go into production. So you don't
How do
know
you
if
avoid
that
this?
will, yeah, how do you avoid this? If it will really bring a return on investment or not? That's why when we realized that irrespective for larger enterprise who still have money, resources, the problem is big. But for small and medium enterprises, this problem is insanely large because they have like a 4 member, 15 member, or a under 50 member team. What all can they do? That's why we created Cooee, which plugs in easily. You don't require technology from most point of it. You don't need to have the data science background, and we can help you with this entire marketing automation that really helps you with revenues because that's the only way to survive in today's tough e-commerce market.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you raised any funds?
Yes, we did a pre-seed round earlier this year,
Mm-hmm.
and that was all towards building further the product, stabilizing it, and I think that's going pretty much as per plan. And
And
we
how
would be look, yeah,
and how big is your team?
we are 10 people right now.
Super.
Yeah, spread across. We have some teams in Brazil as well, along with I am in the UK and Europe, and then India. It's spread across.
Mm-hmm.
And we would be looking forward to raise the seed round in the coming months. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah. And what's your main vision with the product? Your end vision and goal? How do you see it?
Uh, I'll answer that in two parts, Christian, if that's okay. The intermediate layer, which we've already started working on, is
Mm-hmm.
delivering augmented reality based notifications,
Okay.
right? So you're wearing this wonderful pair of glasses, but for some reason, if they break, you should get a push notification, or some kind of digital nudge on
Mm-hmm.
your on any digital channel, not with a picture of this glasses, but actually a virtual try-on
Oh,
where you can make the decision right then and there, and the entire back end of this, right? 3D modeling, rendering, everything is done by us. So we are already doing trials with a few customers. We are like the third company globally who can deliver augmented reality on Shopify today
well,
as well. So that is how. But the ultimate vision of this, Christian, is given the way e-commerce will work, we are that horizontal marketing stack which gathers data, runs these engagement campaigns, and also understand what worked and didn't work so that we continuously improve our machine learning models.
yes,
We really want to enable the small and medium players in the market to bring in those marketing automations that really deliver results.
I
That's the
understand.
kind of vision we have.
Mm-hmm. I understand. I understand. And you already mentioned that you have 15 years in enterprise sales. I was curious to know your whole backstory, starting from, I don't know, high school, college.
Oh, high school, college. In fact, glad that I'm connected to you. I spent about a year in Romania. That was one of my first projects in Europe when I moved out of India, where I was born and brought up. So special memories of that place. I used to work for this very large Indian IT company, and they spun off another company because we wanted to focus on product.
Mm-hmm.
And I was part of that team who were kind of chartered to go and bring international business.
Okay.
So that's what led me to travel a lot, meet a very different set of customers, etc. Luckily, I've got an experience of working in 65 different countries now because of all this. And in the last 5 years of my career, then that's what happened, right? That there were unique demands from our very large customers, and I started building products for them, and
Mm-hmm.
then we used to sell it to one customer and then see the problem is similar, so try to sell it to others.
Yes.
That's where I went through the whole drill of developing something from scratch myself. And then when all this finished, which led me to live in different parts of the world as well. I was in France before this, then living in the UK now for about 6 years. Then I was like, might as well try to give Cooee a try to see how it works out.
And do you have
So
any
that's,
piece of
yeah.
advice for starting founders? Something
Yeah,
that you'd
I
like to
can.
know, you'd have liked to know when you started.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, Christian. So, when I look back 2.5 years now, I think everything when you go and search on Google, right, or ask VC or ask an angel investor or an entrepreneur, what should I do? And they will tell you very nice things. They'll tell you focus on a small problem to solve, focus on one country, one region, etc., and do a niche thing or whatever. But during the building process, it's very easy to forget it, right? The problem was very big for me personally because I come from an enterprise sales background.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought that if the platform will not have 50 features, people will not like it. And
I
that's the
understand.
biggest difference between enterprise and SaaS sales, which I'm still learning, and it's very, very difficult. Enterprise sales is all about going customer meeting, presenting those big presentations, and trying to talk to a big 20 people team. And in SaaS, you're trying to sell it to somebody who will never know your name, never see your face, right?
I understand.
So I think you for the guys who are starting up now, I think you have to keep that in mind always. And it's easy to forget, it's easy to get lost in the crowd, but think of yourself as a consumer, and if you're using the product, will you buy it? Does it solve your need? Does it help you? And it's okay to build step by step. uh, you know Take your time. Not necessary that your product needs to be ready in 3 months, 9 months, 12 months. It doesn't last. Good
Yeah.
strong companies take time. So believe in yourself, believe in what you're doing. Pivoting is okay. Changing direction as per how market is going is completely fine. But just try to do that one small thing, and I'm sure it'll work out well.
I love this. I love this. I saw that you are quite active on social media. I was curious to know if you can share with us some strategy of yours or.
Yeah. Uh, to be honest, Christian, I'm active on LinkedIn because that's a very important channel of engagement for our customers.
Mm-hmm.
We are an early stage startup. We can't afford to run large, massive digital campaigns. Let's put it that way as well.
Yeah.
Being the founder of the company, I need to be the brand of Cooee as well.
Yes.
Most of the times, I'm trying to tell people about personalization, trying to talk about how can this make difference in their lives, how can they impact their business, and also from the perspective that delivering this is very hard. It's not easy. People don't understand. Most of them would want to launch a digital business,
Mm-hmm.
and then they would go to a digital marketing agency, and digital marketing agency will say, let me run you Facebook ads, TikTok ads. And because they make a percentage of the money you spent on ads,
Okay.
they are focused only on acquisition. Nobody cares about engagement,
You're right. You're right. Yeah.
right? That's where I think we're trying to come into that play here that guys, acquisition is very important, but also engagement. You should have the strategy for engagement right from day one, right? Collect customer data, gather it so that you can draw insights and use it, not just, excuse me, not just Google Analytics, because the data goes to Google Analytics, but you'll need to hire two people to understand what Google Analytics says.
Absolutely.
It's not easy, right?
Yes.
So that is my main goal with social media today, majorly LinkedIn and Twitter, trying to teach small and business people that, engagement is a very important aspect of the business and
Mm-hmm.
personalization is the way to deliver it.
And I think I saw you're a speaker as well, right?
Yes,
I was curious if you
some
have
people,
any events in the future or something like that.
yeah, not something that I'm doing right now because I've kind of cut that down
Okay,
just because
okay,
of time
okay.
on focus.
Mm-hmm.
But there have been some unfortunate people who heard me in some of the events.
Why?
I,
Why?
I'm just no, I'm just joking and just saying that yeah, I've been lucky enough to get to share my views and exchange some thoughts. I've also really believe in a privacy-based internet. We've also built the foundation in Cooee. We don't integrate with any third-party SDKs. We don't share your data. Your app data is your app data. I'm a lot of talks that I've done earlier is trying to make people aware is every time, every second they're on the internet, they are leaving a digital footprint,
Yes.
and people just need to be aware of what they're doing. And this is all customer data at the end of it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, brands will understand that they need to go ahead and build a relationship with the customer, which is based on trust, and then deliver something what the customer really wants and not even misusing it. And I see, that should happen with a lot of steps taken by the big giants eventually. So I'm good to see that progress.
Yeah. Hopefully that will change. Yeah.
Indeed.
And what's your favorite software apart from Kui?
Fa- Favorite software. I've been using a lot, but something that I
Top three, top
live.
five, top
No,
50.
no, no, no. I'll
I
tell
don't know.
you. No, no. I'll tell you the top one that I've been
Okay.
using for the past, I would say, 25 years is PowerPoint.
Okay. Okay. Super.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've just been making slides all my life. I can say that for so many different reasons. And you give me a Photoshop, I'm not comfortable with that, but you want me to create the same thing in PowerPoint, and I'm more than happy to do it.
And any other software that you use internally at your company? I don't know, CRM, email
Oh
marketing,
yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Right now, I'm loving just the simplicity of Loom.
Yes. Okay.
It's just so simple, but yet so powerful. You just go the interface, record a video, and try to share people, in that 30 seconds, 1 minute. I've started doing a lot of Loom videos for product tutorials and, investor discussions, etc. I simply love it.
Super. Super. And is there anything else that you want to tell us today on the podcast?
No, I'm really happy to get connected with you, Christian. I think the community that you guys have built is massive. I saw a lot of very good entrepreneurs and companies in part of this. So looking forward to collaborate and speak to all of them. And you know, the last thing I'd like to say is startup, the whole community is all about helping each other. I think we are the closest bunch of people who kind of understand what all of us go through on a daily basis. It's very hard to explain it to somebody who's not from, the world.
Yeah.
So that's a small thing that I do. That after, when I'm finishing my call with anybody, I'll always say, "Hey guys, apart from all of this, is there any way I can help you? Please let me know." And I think all startup guys are very friendly, very helpful, and we should just maintain that because it's together we are stronger.
That's very much appreciated. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to meet you.
No, thank you so much for your time, Christian, and the opportunity to exchange, some of my views. I'm really excited to be part of this community, and hopefully looking forward to doing this more and more often.